So, Amos doesn't back down from this thought of God wrecking everything to start over again.
Ka I Amosa zany tsy miemotra izy amin'ny fanambarana ny hoe Andriamanitra handrava ny zavatra rehetra sy nangana zavatra vaovao indray, hanomboka zava-baovao.
He says in chapter 8 verse 2, the end has come upon my people.
Eo amin'ny chapitre 8 andininy faharoa dia milaza I Amosa hoe what is he saying? Hoe
The end has come upon my people.
Ny farandros izy dia efa tonga eto amin'ny vahoakako.
And he says, I will never again pass them by.
Tsy handalo azy ireo intsony aho izy.
He says, the songs of the temple shall become wailings on that day.
Ny hira fiderana ao amin'ny tempoly izy dia hivadika hira fisaonana ao amin'ny tempoly amin'izany fotoanandro zany.
And then he goes on to say, it's because you trampled on the needy.
Satria ianareo izy dia nanitsakitsaka ireo mahantra sy ny lavonjy.
And in a frightening image, he talks about, I will pass through Israel.
Image mampatahotra no aseho any Amosa eto hoe izao izy dia andalo anareo tahaka ny hoe tsy mahita anareo aho zany.
What does he mean by that?
Inona ny tianambara amin'izany?
If you remember the covenant with Abraham, Abraham cut a sacrificial animal in half, and it says that the Lord passed through it.
Raha tadidinareo ny fanekena nataony Abrahama sy Andriamanitra taloha tary amin'ny lesona taloha naka sorona biby I Abrahama dia nasain'Andriamanitra ny zarainy en deux dia ny Andriamanitra nandalo teo ampovoany.
And now, Amos is saying that Israel is going to be sacrificed, and God will undo the covenant by passing through them.
Ary eto I Amosa dia miteny ihany koa hoe ny Israely no sacrifice no sorona ary Andriamanitra zany anala izay anafona izay sacrifice zay zany ary andalo eo ampovoany.
And that's why Jeremiah will talk about a new covenant.
Zay no mahatonga ny Jeremia miresaka momba ny fanekena vaovao indray.
So if we look at this with a very critical eye, Amos and Jeremiah are saying that the old covenant has been broken by the people and a new covenant has to come in its place.
Zany hoe Amosa sy Jeremia zany dia miteny hoe ny fanekena taloha dia rava tanteraka.
Because
fa anao fanekena vaovao indray zany zao.
he says that Yahweh roars from Zion.
Miteny Amos said that?
Yeah, Amos says that Yahweh roars from Zion.
Amosa zany dia miteny hoe Andriamanitra dia mitrerona tahaka ny liona avy any Ziona.
And he is going to punish these people who have abandoned their true faith.
Ary hitsara ireto vahoakany reto izy izay nandao ny tena fanompona izy.
And Amos keeps on pressing this message.
Ary Amosa dia tena pressé an'ity message ity mihitsy.
In fact, they wind up driving him away from the shrine at Bethel.
En effet, voaroaka ny roan'ny vahoaka mihitsy ny Amosa teo amin'ny altarany Betel.
In fact, if we look at chapter 7, verses 10 through 17, it looks like they may have driven him all the way out of Israel.
Raha jerentsika ny toko fafito andininy fafolo ka hatramin'ny fafito ambin'ny folo dia Ohatrany tena roahany zareo mihitsy ny ivelan'ny Israely aza i Amosa eto.
But Amos doesn't stop talking.
Fa zany akory tsy nahasakana ny Amosa tsy resaka.
And there will be other prophets who rise up to say the very same thing.
Teoriana maro ihany koa ny mpaminany izay tsangana hanambara io message efa lazainy Amosa io ihany koa.
And we're going to see that what Amos talked about is exactly what happens.
Ary ho hitantsika fa ny zavatra izay nambarany Amosa dia tena hitranga tokoa.
The Assyrians come in and they destroy the north kingdom.
Ho avy ny Asiriana ary andrava tanteraka ny fanjakana eo amin'ny nord.
The 10 tribes of the north kingdom will be scattered everywhere.
Ny tribu folo izay misy eo amin'ny fanjakana nord dia lasa hiparitaka manerana an'izao tontolo izao koa.
But when it's all over with, Amos will say in the end, but the time is coming, says the Lord, when everything will be restored.
Ary aty amin'ny chapitre farany aty amin'ny bokin'i Amosa moa i Amosa dia miteny hoe fa ho avy ny andro izay amerenan'Andriamanitra amilony ny zavatra rehetra indray.
There will be great prosperity and the land will give its harvest again and people will find their way back to the Lord.
Amokatra indray ny tany, anakarena indray ny tany ary ny vahoaka hiverina amin'Andriamanitra.
He says in the last verse, I will plant them upon their land, and they shall never again be plucked up out of the land that I have given them, says the Lord your God.
Raha eo amin'ny
Read chapter 9, verse 15.
raha ohatra jerentsika ny chapitre 9 andininy faefatra ambin'ny folo vakinareo izy io rehefa any satria eto zany izy lasa version safa fa eto zany Andriamanitra ny teny hoe averiko aminareo indray izy ny harenareo ary zareo dia hiverina anangana ny tanàna izay rava ambolony sy isotro divay ary isy indray ny zaridaina sy amokatra ny tany ary tsisy hanafongana azy ireo intsony indray hozy izy Andriamanitra.
There are some who say that Amos didn't prophesy this last part.
Misy ny olona miteny hoe Amosa akory tsy naminana an'io party farany amin'ny Baiboly io.
That maybe it was someone after the exile who inserted this into Amos.
Hoe mety olona après an'ny fahababona no nanatsofoka io passage io.
And maybe that's the case.
Angamba mariny zany.
Because Amos doesn't ever say anything especially encouraging.
Satria Amosa akory tsy mbola niteny zavatra encourageant.
But for the people who came back from exile, they saw that what Amos had said did come true.
Fa ho an'ireo izay miverina avy amin'ny fahababona dia nahita fa ny zavatra rehetra naminan'iny Amosa dia tanteraka avokoa.
But God did bring the people back after all.
Fa Andriamanitra dia tena nampiverina ny vahoaka indray.
But for Amos, he wasn't especially interested in encouraging them. He wanted to warn them.
I Amosa akory tsy intéressé ny encourager ny vahoaka fa kosa he didn't want to encourage them but he wanted
them to correct their ways.
Fa kosa manome sinina zareo hoe mitandrema ty misy danger ohatr'izay.
Some people think
fampitandremana zany ny azy.
Some people think that beginning in verse 8, I think, the section that says, except that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, that is where the additions take place.
Sasany zany mieritreritra hoe le à partir ny chapitre 9 verset 8 tapany faharoa io manomboka eo katrary amin'ny farany io zany ny hoe nampina taty aoriana fa tsy hoe Amosa no nanao azy.
there seems to be 3 fragments of hymns included in there.
Misy fragment telo, hira anankitelo tafiditra eto amin'ity farany ity.
But these 3 hymnic fragments probably come from the time of Amos.
Reto hira anankitelo amin'ny chapitre farany reto de mety hira tamin'ny fotoan'andron'ny Amosa ihany.
So, when you look at Amos, let's look at the outline of the book.
Rehefa mijery ny bokin'ny Amosa ianareo de ndeha arajerentsika ny firafitry ny boky.
There's 3 main sections.
3 parties ngeza be.
There are judgments against foreign nations and against Israel in chapters 1 and 2.
Jugement amin'ny contre ny Israely sy ny firenena hafa eo amin'ny chapitre 2.
Then there are sermons and prophecies against Israel in chapters 3 through 6.
Chapitre 3, chapitre 6 de torteny sy faminaniana contre ny Israely.
And then we have a series of visions in chapters 7 through 9.
Chapitre 7 à chapitre 9 de misy andiana vision maromaro.
But it starts off with the introduction as to who Amos is in chapter 1 verse 1.
Manomboka amin'ny fanazavana hoe iza moa i Amosa eo amin'ny chapitre 1 verset 1.
And verse 2, it introduces the theme of the book.
Verset 2 milaza ny thème-ny boky.
And then he starts in with the prophecies against foreign nations.
De avy eo ny faminaniana contre ny firenena hafa.
In chapter 2, then he starts the prophecies not only against Israel, but against Judah too.
Chapitre 2 faminaniana contre ny Israely sy ny firenen'i Juda.
Then he goes into the sermons and the prophecies against other groups, beginning in chapter 3.
Manomboka chapitre 3 ny torteny sy ny sermons
and prophecies.
Torteny sy ny faminaniana maro samihafa.
We have in the beginning of chapter 3 that God speaks and the prophet responds.
Chapitre 3 zany hoe faminaniana Andriamanitra miresaka de avy eo mamaly ny mpaminana.
And then in verse 15, we have the enemy is coming.
Manomboka eo amin'ny verset 15 amin'ny chapitre 3 tonga ny fahavalo.
And then that section we talked about that criticizes the women of the North Kingdom.
De ny kritika io chapitre 4 le kritika ny vehivavy amin'ny fanjakana du Nord.
It's only 3 verses, but it's scary stuff.
Verset telo ihany la izy fa verset mampatahotra.
In verse 4, starting in verse 4, then it's talking about the people sinning with their religion.
Manomboka verset 4 chapitre 4 resaka momba ny fahotan'ny vahoaka amin'ny religion.
And then all the way through verse 13, it says that the people are not responding to God's warnings.
De katrany amin'ny verset 13 ny vahoaka tsy mihaino ny fananaran'Andriamanitra.
And then there's this long lament of the way Israel practices their religions.
Manomboka amin'ny chapitre 5 indray de misy falelovana ve moa zany ny dikan'izy ity hoe malahelo ny amin'ny fahotana.
Then in chapter 5, beginning in verse 18, all the way through verse 27, it talks about the day of the Lord.
De ny manomboka amin'ny verset 18 amin'ny chapitre 5 chapitre 5 dia miresaka momba ny andron'ny tompo.
And starting in chapter 6 is the long attack on the corruption of Israel.
Dia ny chapitre 6 manambara ny corruption an'i Israely.
And then starting in chapter 7, we have a long series of visions.
Chapitre 7 dia ahitantsika andiana vision.
There's the three visions from verse 1 through verse 9.
Misy vision anankitelo eo amin'ny andininy voalohany ny chapitre 7 verset 9.
And then beginning in verse 10, we have the struggle between Amos and the priest named Amaziah.
Eo amin'ny verset 10 dia hitantsika ny tsy fifankazahoana eo entre ny mpanjaka sy Amazia.
There's a fourth vision in chapter 8 verses 1 through 3.
Quatrième vision eo amin'ny chapitre 8 verset 4.
And then with from verse 4 through verse 14 is more judgments against evildoers.
De verset 14 katramin'ny 14 jugement, mbola misy jugement ndray.
And then there's the fifth vision in chapter 9 verses 1 through 6.
Vision fahadimy eo amin'ny chapitre 9 verset 5.
In verses 7 and 8 is the final rejection of Israel.
Ary ny verset 7 8 tena rejection finale en Israël.
And then starting in from verse 9 through verse 15 is the addition that was added that seems to be a little bit of promise, a little bit of encouragement.
Ary ny verset 9 verset 15 dia ilay teny izay nampina taty aoriana izay plutôt encouragement.
And Amos was exactly right. It was the religion of the North Kingdom was destroyed.
Marina ny tenenin'ny Amosa, ny religion ny zareo tary amin'ny fanjakana du Nord rava tanteraka.
They were dragged away into slavery.
Tena voatarika ho an'ny fandevozana tokoa izy zareo. Notarihana ho any amin'ny fandevozana tokoa zareo.
And it was fitting that Amos uses a funeral song for the description.
Ary rariny raha ohatra ka hira paty no nampiasain'ny Amosa eto amin'ity chapitre farany ity.
Because what he's talking about is the death of the kingdom.
Satria ny resany dia ny fahafatesan'ny fanjakana.
And in many ways, the death of the religion.
Ary koa ny fahafatesan'ny religion.
At least the death of the way that they were practicing their religion.
Au moins ny hoe ny fahafatesan'le hoe fomba au moins ny hoe fahafatesan'ilay fomba ny fitretena an'ilay religion, fomba fampiasana an'ilay religion.
Amos changes everything.
Amosa dia nanova ny zavatra rehetra.
And the rest of the 12 who follow after him will owe him a debt.
Ary ireo mpaminany, you mean 11?
Well, the rest of the 12, meaning, the following 11, yeah.
Okay. Dia ireo mpaminany raiky amby folo manaraka azy ireo dia mirefere amin'ny Amosa ary tokony hisaotra ny Amosa azy.
In fact, in many ways, the other 4 great prophets, the big prophets, they also have learned from Amos.
En effet, ny mpaminany anankefatra misy mpaminany efatra lehibe izay mirefere amin'ny Amosa ihany koa.
Because Amos has introduced a way of following God that is personal and not just as part of a group.
Satria i Amosa dia miresaka ny fomba fanarahana an'Andriamanitra de façon personnel fa tsy hoe en groupe.
So next time we go on to Micah.
Amin'ny manaraka isika dia hijery ny mpaminany Mika.
Bye now.
Velomary.